Hey everyone, Chris here, the RC Geek. Welcome back. Today we're talking about the Dynam Corsair. This is a really nice looking model that is extremely forgiving in the air. You know, if you're looking for kind of that next step Warbird, this is one that'll really get you going quickly and not get you into too much trouble while you're flying around because it's just so forgiving. Just like their P47, it's a really nice flying Warbird. Now, in terms of the assembly itself, you know, the Dynam models do require a little bit more in terms of the assembly if you've not assembled one before, but it's not hard at all to do. Now, first things first, you glue the wings together, and there are two plastic captures. And so my recommendation is to set the glue, put those plastic captures in, and then mount the wing to the fuselage. And that's going to help hold the shape as the glue dries. And I just use that urethane glue that they include in the kit, and it works fantastically. It creates a really nice fused bond between the two wing panels. Now you do have to route wires into the fuselage to the receiver. Just keep that in mind. Make sure you pull everything through completely before you mount the wing. And from there, you mount the tails onto the back, and then that's pretty much it. You got to get your servos all set up, but I'm using a Spectrum AR620 receiver in here. Been really happy with that, and so you route everything to the receiver, get it all set up and programmed, and that's pretty much it. Super simple. It comes as a blank canvas, so if you want to modify and put different markings on, that's great. I really like that concept. I just put the stock stickers on just for the sake of this review. The other thing is you do have to glue the canopy on. I just use RC56 canopy glue. It's a white glue that dries clear, and so I use frog tape to tape it down and let it dry, and it works beautifully. No problems at all, and no fogging on the canopy at all either. Now in terms of the CG, I'm using a Spectrum 4-cell 3200 milliamp hour pack, and I have that battery pushed all the way forward as far as it'll go. And that CG feels good to me, and that equates to about 80 millimeters as measured from the root leading edge aft. The recommended CG I found to be too far aft. That first flight was like a cat by its tail. So I definitely recommend getting that CG further forward on this airplane for best success. Now in terms of the controls for the aileron, I'm at 10 millimeters up and down with no expo. For the elevator, 6 millimeters up and down and 10% expo. And then for the rudder, 18 millimeters left to right with no expo at all. Now the model does not feature flaps, but there are servo pockets in the wings, so if someone were so inclined, they could actually modify the airplane and add flaps to it, which is pretty nice. The airplane lands so slow, the truth of the matter is it doesn't really need flaps, but it would add that cool factor. In terms of flying the airplane, this is an extremely forgiving flying Warbird. It has a really nice wide speed envelope. Actually, I found it to be rather quick at full throttle. It has decent vertical. I wish it had just a touch more, but it still has good scale power to it. And so, yeah, extremely forgiving in the air and on the ground. Ground handling is really good as well. And landings, takeoffs, super easy. The airplane lands slow. It really slows down on the landings. It's a really fun airplane in the air, and it looks good. Now, the retracts have been acting up a little bit, but I have found that if I simply just retract them with the airplane inverted, then they go right up and they come down without any issues at all. Yeah, let's take this out to the field, give you guys a look at what it can do, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up. It's a life-size portrait. I think they patterned it after me. I think all pilots are patterned after me. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep waiting for those royalty checks, but still haven't shown up yet. All right, here we go. Alright guys, there we have the Dynam F4U Corsair. You know, this is a really forgiving flying airplane. It looks good. And if you're looking for kind of that next step airplane, this is a great candidate. The Dynam P47 is another really good candidate. And so yeah, fun airplane, good performance, and it looks good. So that's it guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. Don't forget to follow along on social media at the RC Geek. Subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you at the field. All right, let's bounce. Look at this popsicle stand. Let's get out of here. Let's go do stuff.
Go ahead.
Yeah.